Hey guys, this is a blues lesson video series, and in this video we're going to talk about the origin of blues chords, or how do you determine what chords you're going to use in different blues keys essentially. So we'll talk about several keys, but we'll start with C major since that's probably what most of us are familiar with. No sharps, no flats to deal with there. So we need to know the musical alphabet, of course. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's continuous. Of course, A is not necessarily the first note of the alphabet. It can start anywhere. So chords are often referred to as by Roman numerals, like a 1 chord or a 2 chord or a 3 chord. And that corresponds to the scale degree number. So for instance, if we play a C major scale, we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now we can think about that more in a more general sense as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Each one of those notes is the root of a chord, in this case in the key of C major. But all we're worried about for the 12-bar blues, in its most basic form at least, are the 1, the 4, and the 5 chords. So if we think about a C major scale, we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C is my 1. F is my 4. C, D, E, F, and G is my 5. Now there's different qualities of chords. You know, there's minor, major, diminished inside of major keys. But the nice thing is the 1, the 4, and the 5 chords are all major. And we'll see in a second that that really won't matter because we're going to change it to fit the blues sound. So in the key of C major, our 1 chord is C major, our 4 chord is F major, and our 5 chord is G major. To make that fit the blues more, not to say that you can't use those major chords, and we'll discuss that in more detail in another video, we're going to turn them into dominant 7th chords. So we turn C major into C7, we turn F major into F7, and G major into G7, because that is the blues sound. So we're going to go through several other keys here, and we'll talk about an easy trick. I'm using the guitar to find those notes, but we don't even really have to use that as a reference. If we know our chords, we can go back to old school methods and just count it on our hand. So let's say the key of G major, we'll do blues, G blues. All right, so if I just count from G as 1, A2, B3, C4, D5. My 1 chord is G, my 4 chord is C, and my 5 chord is D. We turn all of those into dominant 7th chords. G7, C7, and D7. Let's do a couple more. So key of D, D, E, F, G, A. D, G, and A. So we have D7, G7, and A7. And we'll do a couple others. So key of E major, E, F, G, A, B. E is 1, A is 4, and B is 5. Turn them into dominant 7 chords. E7, A7, and B7. And we'll do A as the last one. Hopefully we didn't already do that. A, B, C, D, E. 1 is A, 4 chord is D, and 5 chord is E. Turn them all into dominant 7s. A7, D7, and E7. And obviously we have some overlap there. The A7 is getting used in certain places. The D7 is getting used a couple times. So it's nice that we don't have to, it's not 3 different chords for every key necessarily. Now some of you may be pointing out, well, the key of A major is not A, B, C, D, E. It's a C sharp. But in this case, it doesn't matter. So we do need to be careful if there is a altered pitch on the 1, 4, or 5 chord, of course, we would have to make that adjustment. So one instance of that would be, say, the key of B major. If we said B, C, D, E, F, so we'd have B major, E major, and F major, which wouldn't work. It's really an F sharp major. So that's when you're getting into knowing your major scales, your major scale pattern, how to create the major scale, which we'll get to in the theory lessons. So if you're excuse me, if you're unfamiliar with that information, then go look at that in the theory lesson, video lesson series. But that's it. Let me know if you have any questions, guys. Really a simple process. If you know your chords well enough, then you can put these chords to use in a 12-bar blues. And look into the next couple videos. We'll talk about the 12-bar blues form, so you know what order the chords are going in, and its more or less more basic form. And we'll also talk about how to change the quality of those chords: major, minor, dominant 7, mix it up. See you next time, guys. Thanks a lot.